And here we are for some high school baseball, second game of this Purdy tournament Purdy tournament pool play game, as Flippo is going to be down on strikes for the first out of the inning. It's going to be the Southwest Trojans coming off an 8-5 win over the Crane Pirates. They take on these Hartville Eagles. It's Hayden Wilson to the plate. Batting second, number 4, third baseman Hayden Wilson. It's Hayden Wilson to the plate. The first pitch to him is going to be a ball, 1-0. Gorgeous day for baseball here in Stone County. Not a cloud in the sky. A little toasty out there. Temperature at 83 degrees here at first pitch. The pitch is going to be a ball, like 2 balls and no strikes. I'll give you the lineup for the Southwest Trojans. Here it is, as he will be down on strikes, and that is out number 2. Batting third, number 16 pitcher Logan Gregory. And it's Logan Gregory to the plate. We also got spring training action going on in Florida and Arizona, respectively. Arizona in the Phoenix area. Give you some more updates as they happen. Cardinals lead the Marlins 5-4. They're at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. The Cardinals will actually be in Springfield on Monday. They will take on the Springfield Cardinals. That'll be at Hammons Field, as Gregory is down on strikes. So a quick inning for the Eagles in the field as we head to the bottom of the first inning. It is no score. Welcome back to Purdy Parsons Memorial. We're in downtown Crane, Missouri. As the first batter for the Eagles is Truett Coryell for the Eagles. Like I said, we got state championships going on in Southwest Missouri. One of them is Rogersville. They're in the state championship. I believe they play Grandview. No, that was Marshall that played Grandview Not sure who Rogersville is playing in the state championship game in Class 5, I believe, or that might be Class 4 boys. Pitch is going to be they're going to call it a ball. Right on that outer half of the plate. Hartville wearing their blue jerseys and gray pants, blue and white socks. Southwest in the home whites, even though they are the road team. As he is down on strikes, that's Coriel. That is out number 1 here in the first. Batting second, number 19, shortstop, Cole Sinning. Here's Cole Sinning to the plate. He's batting from the right side. He takes a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is hit out of play. That will go foul. Swung on and hit in the air. Who's going to get it? It's not going to be caught. It's going to go all the way to the fence. There goes Sinning past second base. He's going to be on for a 1-out triple here in the first inning of play. So the Eagles already starting off on the right foot as they get a a 1-out triple here in the first. Batting third, number 20 pitcher, Gus Sinning. And now it's Gus Sinning to the plate. Sinning, I believe, was on the Hartville basketball team. Hartville basketball, who I believe may have ended their season in sectionals. As I believe they were in class 2 in basketball as the runner at third. In Cole Sinning and to retreat back. The pitch is going to be downstairs, taken for a strike. 0-1. Another one, 0-2. The count. There to Gus Sinning. The next pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes trying to chase at a pitch down and away. But he is wrong, and he is sent back to the dugout. Batting fourth, number 22, catcher, Brock Jones. Now it's Brock Jones with Cole Sinning on third. First pitch is going to be taken for a strike, 0-1. The next pitch, swung on and hit out of play. That will go foul. The next one. Next one swung on and hit out of play again. That will go foul. Like I said, beautiful day. Doesn't feel like March here in Southwest Missouri. It feels more like May, possibly September. Jones is on strikes. Eagles strand a runner on third. We head to the top of the second inning. Still no score. Dom Sierra leads off the top of the second inning of play for the Southwest Trojans. Trojans coming off an 8-5 victory over the Pirates. Still no score. Here in the top half of inning number 2, swing and a miss. And taking takes a strike that will be. Now that's strike 3, and there's out number 1 here in the top of the second inning. Batting fifth, number 1 catcher Aiden Barnett. Aiden Barnett is the fifth man in the Trojans lineup. First pitch he saw was, I believe, a ball. That one was going to be a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch swung on and hit foul. So these games are on a 2-hour time limit. First game ended in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next one is in the dirt, and he gets away from the catcher, Brock Jones. These Eagles will play the final game of the day against Crane. The pitch swung on, and that's going to be hit in the air to center field. Center fielder is going to give it a chase. That's going to go all the way to the center field fence. Barnett will stop there on a 1-out double. Batting sixth, number 15 right fielder Andy Day. Courtesy runner number 00, Julian Steele. So we'll have a courtesy runner for for the catcher Aiden for the catcher Aiden Barnett, that'll be Julian Steele who will run. The pitch is going to be downstairs, taken for a strike, 0-1. Yes, umpire strike zones do vary by who you have. And they can make a huge difference in the game. The pitch is downstairs, going to be taken for another strike. Runner on second. And one man out. The pitch downstairs, and he's going to be down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Batting seventh, number 21, second baseman, Lincoln Keats. Now it's Lincoln Keats to the plate. The pitch, it is going to be taken for a strike. 0-1. That's the count. The next one upstairs, and that's going to be ball one. Swing and a miss. Excuse me, that was swing and a miss on a drop second strike. So it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away here in the bottom or top of the second inning of play. The pitch is inside. That will be ball 2, 2-2. Next one, 3-2. Oh, the catcher kind of almost took out the batter. I'll tell him stay out of my way. Gotta look out. As he tried to almost took out the batter, knocking him off his feet as he tried to make the throw down to third. Of course, not intentional. The pitch. And he gets him strike 3 as the Trojans leave a man on. We head to the bottom of the second inning. No score, Hartville and Southwest. Broden Holsey will lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Eagles. Eagles with the no score between Hartville and Southwest. Creeping up to 2 p.m. on this Saturday afternoon. Let me tell you, just stunning today. But it is a little hot out today. Temperatures, as I look, temperature is at 85 now. Like I said, gorgeous day for baseball here in Crane, Missouri. Holsey swings and he lifts that one in the air to center field. Center fielder will haul it in for out number 1. Here in the second inning. Batting 6th, number 7, first baseman Jacob Meglin. So it's Jacob Meglin now to the plate. First pitch is downstairs, taken for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and now that is strike 2, 0-2. Both the Trojans and the Eagles have only had just one base runner today. The pitch swung on, and that's going to be rifled right to the shortstop. That's going to be a hit-saving catch, and that is out number 2. Batting 7th, number 14, right fielder Maddox Jones. And now it's Maddox Jones to the plate. He bats from the right side. He swings and misses. That is strike 1, 0-1. Don't want to jinx it, but that's a possibility that you could get all 7 innings in just 2 hours, as these games are playing under a 2-hour time, or on a 2-hour time limit, which is the rule during a tournament. But don't be surprised, as you can have run rules that happen, and that means games can end sooner when there's a run rule. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and we head now to the top of the 3rd, just cruising. It's still no score. Hunter Patterson will swing at the first pitch, strike one. Here in the top of the third inning of play. Cruising through this game right now. Still no score. Who's going to be the first one to crack the goose egg? Will it be Hartville or will it be Southwest? We will find out. The pitch. Trying to check his swing. But he was unsuccessful as he is down on strikes. Going out number one. Batting ninth, number 2, third baseman, Jason Foster. And it's Jason Foster to the plate. He bats from the right side. No score between Southwest and Hartville. Like I said, who will be the team to get the first run on the board? The pitch is upstairs, and it is ball 2. The next pitch outside. Next one downstairs. There's Foster just sitting in the batter's box. We'll watch that one go in. Actually, it's going to be ball 4. And that resets the lineup for the Trojans. Left fielder Aiden Flippo. Aiden Flippo, the left fielder for the Trojans, will dig in. Not much for him. Struck out. He had a couple base hits in the last game. You see swings and hits that one on the ground to the first baseman who will step on the bag. Easy peasy, and that's how we get out number 2. Center fielder Hayden Wilson. Hayden Wilson now the batter. After this game is concluded, Crane will take on Hartville for their second game, and Hartville's second game as well. That's going to be a first pitch ball, 1-0. So yes, we were having some scoreboard malfunctions. Still no score. We're in the top of the third inning of play. The pitch, swing and a miss. And that is steer right 2. The next one downstairs, and that's going to be strike 3. He thought it was going to be ball 2, but that's not what the umpire says. We head on to the bottom of the third inning, halfway home from this second game. It is no score. Welcome back. We're in the bottom of the third inning of play between Southwest and Hartville. So the batter is TJ Klein. He is the third baseman for the Eagles, as he is going to be hit. Benoit was able to jackknife out of the way as he hits a ball on the ground. That will be foul. Beautiful, beautiful day for baseball. Like I said, a few little chemtrails in the sky from some aircraft that have passed over these Stone County skies. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Batting ninth, left fielder number 2, Dallas Jordan. Dallas Jordan digs in after TJ Klein struck out for out number 1. The pitch. The ball gets away, and that's going to be ball 1. So yes, we're going to be around 90 today. We'll look at the Cardinals game, in spring training. They're at the top of the 8th inning. St. Louis leading it 6-4. They're in Jupiter. And that will be ball 4, and he'll be drawing a walk. That will reset the lineup for Truett Coryell. Center fielder Truett Coryell. Still no score here in the bottom of the third. Like I said, not a cloud in sight, unless if you see some contrails or chemtrails, whatever you call them. A little bit more of an entertaining game between Crane and Southwest. In the first game, Crane had a lead for about, probably 15 minutes or so. But then Southwest stormed right back. They scored 3 runs to take the lead and eventually win it by a score of 8-5. But all in all, a good game for both teams. Very evenly played. Both teams were pretty effective. But just a beautiful day today for baseball here in Crane. Once again, fly ball into center field. That's going to get the center fielder Chase, and that is going to go all the way to the wall. Runners advance to second and third with one man out, I believe. Still trying to work on that scoreboard. Cole Sinning is the batter for the Eagles. The first pitch to him is going to be taken for a ball, 1-0. The shortstop, Cole Sinning. Cole Sinning is the shortstop. The pitch to him, swung on and hit hard. That's going to be past the second baseman, shortstop, and pitcher. That's going to plate 2 runs on the board for the Eagles, and they're going to take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitcher Gus Sinning. Sinning will look to put some more runners on the board, or put more runs on the board and more runners on base. As now the Eagles have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd, with, I believe, 1 out. Pitch swung on and hit off the catcher's mask and will ricochet off the screen for a foul ball, strike 1. Man, if we can have days like today all year round, boy, I would be satisfied. Still right now 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. On a 2-hour time limit is what we're on tonight. The pitch is hit out of play. That goes foul. Runners at runner at second base. The pitch swung on and hit foul once again. The next one is inside, and that will be ball 3, I believe. Still a runner at second. So first base is open. The next one. Oh, inside, they're going to call it a strike. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. I know he's going to be struck out. He has some words with the umpire. Catcher Brock Jones. So it's Brock Jones now to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play. The pitch, swing and a miss, and he is quickly behind 0-1. Swung on, and that's going to be hit in the air to right center field. No one's going to make that play. Another run comes in to score. That's going to be 3-0 Hartville here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that's going to bring in Broden Holsey to the plate. The second baseman, Broden Holsey. Broden Holsey now to the plate. He is going to be tasked with bringing home another run. The pitch is going to be ball 1-0. The next pitch. Duck out of the way, and it's going to be ball 2-0. The next one is going to be taken for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Swung on, and that's going to be swatted right to the third baseman. He'll throw to first, and the ball gets away. Another run scores, and that makes it a 4-0 Hartville lead here in the bottom of the third inning. So Hartville looking to get put some runs up on the board here in the third inning of play. And so a pitcher's duel that's turned into now more of a Hartville Eagles show where they just piled their runs on. First baseman Jacob Meglin. Now it's Jacob Meglin to the plate. I believe he has struck out his last plate appearance. I believe there's 2 outs here in the inning. Ball gets away. Runner will advance to third base. Bottom of the third, 2 outs, I believe, in this inning. Maybe just 1 out. The pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Looks like the count will be 1-1. Swing and a miss. That was actually strike 3, so it was 1 ball and 2 strikes. But the Eagles get 4 runs on. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It is now 4-0 Hartville. Logan Gregory leads off the top of the 4th inning of play. 4-0 in favor of Hartville. As that first pitch is going to be outside for a ball, 1-0. Gregory is the starting pitcher for the Southwest Trojans. The pitch is going to be taken outside. It's going to be a strike. Next one is going to be a ball 4. That's going to draw a walk. Now we'll bring in Dom Sierra to the plate. The first baseman, Dom Sierra. Dom Sierra to the plate for the Trojans. So these games are on a 2-hour time limit. But we are in the top of the fourth inning, so I don't think we're going to be messing around with this time limit. Unless if the Eagles start putting up more runs and making the game move a little bit longer. We shall see. The pitch is going to be taken for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Sierra. Nobody out, 1 on for the Trojans. Pitch, swing and a miss. And he is quickly behind at 1-2. Now 2-2 the count. The next one. Swan, that's going to be hit on the ground to the shortstop on a slow roller. Throw to first. He gets him for out number 1. They move the runner on a sacrifice ground out. So we got 1 out, 1 runner on at second for Aiden Barnett. The catcher, Aiden Barnett. Aiden Barnett, now the batter, he's the catcher today in this second game. The pitch, swung on and hit foul. Next pitch, swing and a miss. On a drop third strike in the dirt, throw to second base, and there is out number 2 for the Eagles. Right fielder, Andy Day. Andy Day now the batter. He's the right fielder for the Trojans. He's batting in the 6th spot for South. He digs in the right-handed batter's box, swings and misses, or tries to check his swing, excuse me. He's trying to get ahead in the count, which he does by not going around. The pitch upstairs, and it is 2-1. Or excuse me, 1-1. This pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Now that is 2 balls and 1 strike. Man on second with 2 outs. Strike 2, says the home plate umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Inside, strike 3. And that's how the top of the 4th comes to an end. We head on to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still a 4-0 Hartville lead. Maddox Jones leads off the bottom of the 4th inning of play here in downtown Crane, Missouri. Purdy Parsons Memorial is where we're at. First pitch will be taken for a strike. 0-1. Excuse me, ball 1-0. The next pitch, here it comes. Swung on, and that's going to be hit in the air to. That's going to fall in front of the right fielder and the second baseman as they were trying to corral the ball. Trying to make form a Bermuda Triangle for it. Third baseman, T.J. Klein. So it's T.J. Klein now to the plate. Pitch, swing and a miss. And that's strike 1, 0-1. The next one. Runner goes, there goes a little blooper into left field. And that sends in the next batter in Dallas Jordan. The left fielder, Dallas Jordan. Dallas Jordan now the batter. He wiggles the bat up and down. The pitch is going to be taken for a strike, 0-1. In the next game, Hartville will take on Crane. That'll be our third and final game of the afternoon. Creeping up to 3 p.m. on this Saturday afternoon. The pitch is going to be taken for a strike, and it is 1-2. Runners are at first and second for the Eagles. And he is down on strikes. That is strike 3, and that will bring in the batter in Drew Coryell. The center fielder, Drew Coryell. Truett Coryell, the center fielder for the Eagles. That's from the right hand side. The pitch swung on, and that is lofted foul. Next offering on its way. Swung on and hit in the air to the left fielder. He shades his eyes from the sun. And that's how we get out number 2. Shortstop, Cole Sinning. Cole Sinning, the shortstop for the Eagles. I'm not sure who's on the Purdy side for today. But on Monday, everybody's going to be moving to Purdy. It's not a big tournament where it doesn't take the entire week, but it's only just 3 days of tournament baseball. The pitch. Going to be downstairs, and it is 1-0, swung on, foul back. that makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. The next one is upstairs, and that will be 2 balls and 1 strike. Excuse me, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next one swung on and hit out of play, and that will go foul, and we will do it again. Yes, it's a scorcher here in Crane, but it's not that hot. Like I said, last I saw, temperature now at 86 degrees as that pitch is hit out of play, and it's going to go foul. Sinning putting up a good battle here at the plate. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and the sider's retired, but no runs come across the plate, or come across the diamond. We head to the top of the 5th inning of play. It is 4-0 Hartville. Lincoln Keats leads off the the top of the 5th inning of play. Getting a little close to that 2-hour time limit. Let's see if we're going to get all 7 innings in before the time limit. We shall see. First pitch going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 there to Keats. Next pitch, actually is strike 2, now it's strike 3, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. The shortstop, Hunter Patterson. Now it's Hunter Patterson to the plate. First pitch taken for a ball, 1-0. Now that next pitch going to be ball 2. Working very quickly is Gus Sinning between his pitches. I don't even know if he's going in without even a single second taken off or no. Oh, it's going to be strike 3. Nope, strike 2, excuse me. He thought it was going to be ball 4, so it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count, the pitch, swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the second out of the 5th. The third baseman, Jason Foster. Jason Foster, the pitch to him is going to be a ball 1-0. As it kind of hit off the catcher's mitt. Beautiful day for baseball here in Crane. Just before 3 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon. Swung on, it's going to be hit hard on the ground past the second baseman and the shortstop. That's going to be a base hit. And we're going to have ourselves a 1-out single here in the top of the 5th. Left fielder, Aiden Flippo. And now it's Aiden Flippo to the plate. He's got a man on first. That is Jason Foster. The next pitch upstairs, and it is 1-0. Or excuse me, 2-0. Next one, downstairs, taken for a strike. Foster sits there on first. The pitch swung on and hit on the ground to the first baseman. It will be a foul ball. The pitch to Flippo, swing and a miss on a ball on a strike 3 in the dirt. And we head on to the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs for the Trojans. We go. It is 4-0 Hartville. Gus Sinning leads off the bottom of the 5th inning of play between Southwest and Hartville. First pitch he sees is going to be taken for a strike. And it's 0-1. Hartville scored all their runs back in the 3rd inning. After it was a scoreless affair going in throughout the first 2.5 innings of play. The pitch is downstairs, taken for a ball. I believe that is 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, taken downstairs. It could actually be 2 balls, now 2 balls and 1 strike. The next one will be downstairs. That's going to be ball 4. So it's actually 3 balls and a strike. He draws the walk. It'll be a leadoff walk. The catcher, Brock Jones. Brock Jones, the catcher for the Eagles. The pitch is going to be outside, ball 1, 1-0. So yes, we are dealing with a malfunctioning scoreboard. Swung on and hit in the air. That is going to go foul. The next pitch swung on and golfed into the air into right field. Right fielder's not going to make the play. He actually will make the play. And that's out number 1. Gave it a ride though. Second baseman, Broden Holsey. Broden Holsey now the batter for the Eagles. Runner advances, the throw to second base, got him! As that is out number 2. Sinning was caught stealing. We have out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch is going to be a little inside. Taken for a ball. The next pitch is going to be taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. There we go, as we see the home score just flickering on and off. So yes, we are still working on the faulty scoreboard. Does not show the outs, balls, and strikes. Swung on, that's going to be hit in the air into left center field. That's going to fall in front of the fence for a base hit. That's going to put a runner on second base. That's going to be a 2-out double here in the 5th. First baseman, Jacob Meglin. Jacob Meglin, the batter. So it appears they do have the scoreboard sort of working as that 0 is still flashing. Swung on and hit in the air into center field. The center fielder will have it for out number 3 to retire the side. So no runs on 2 hits. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, it is a 4-0 Hartville lead. Hayden Wilson, the batter for the Southwest Trojans, here in the top of the 6th inning of play. The last game ended in 6 innings with an 8-5 victory for the Southwest Trojans over the Crane Pirates. Second pitch swinging strike at 0-1. Yeah, that scoreboard is. There has to be something wrong with that scoreboard. I don't know if it was hit by lightning during the off season or not. As Wilson is down on strikes. There's out number 1. The pitcher, Logan Gregory. Logan Gregory, the batter. He's also the pitcher for the Trojans. The next pitch, swing and a miss. He tried to check his swing, but he was unsuccessful. You can see that the 0 on that scoreboard is still flashing. But it's 4-0 in favor of Hartville as Gregory goes out on strikes, brings in Dom Sierra. First baseman, Dom Sierra. Dom Sierra will dig in, batting from the right side. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. The next pitch. Check to swing, no swing, ball 1. Hopefully we can get the faulty scoreboard working sooner rather than later. The next pitch, here it comes. And it's going to be dropped, taken for a ball. But we do see the strike counter, the ball and strike counter, and the out counter back up and running. Swung on and hit in the air. This is going to go foul. But as you can see, the 0 on that scoreboard is still flashing. The next pitch swung on and hit in the air into center field. No, it's going to stay in the infield. And as we head on to the we now head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's still 4-0 Hartville. Maddox Jones leads off the bottom of the 6th inning of play between Hartville and Southwest. Purdy Memorial Stadium is where we are at. Yes, with our malfunctioning scoreboard. As that pitch is hit in the air, that's going to go foul. The next pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Nothing and, or excuse me, yes, nothing and 2. The next one. Swung on, that's going to be rifled right to the shortstop. It's going to go past him. And it's going to be a base hit for Jones, and he'll bring in TJ Klein to the plate. Third baseman, TJ Klein. Klein, I believe, is wearing number 12 on the back of his jersey. After this game is concluded, the Pirates will be back on the field, take on these Hartville Eagles. That pitch is swung on, and that is hit on the ground. That's going to be another base hit. Runners at first and second for the Eagles. Will the Pirates tame these Eagle bats in the third and final game? We shall see. Left fielder Dallas Jordan. So Dallas Jordan will be at the plate for the Eagles. Three o'clock here on this Saturday afternoon. pitch is taken outside for ball 1. For ball 2, I imagine. The next pitch, swing and a miss, and it's strike 1. So the count is 1-1. And yes, a new way to watch Cardinals baseball for this season will be on a brand new streaming service known as Cardinals.tv. It's also going to be also on Matrix Midwest, which is through your local channels. Yes, we will be able to get Matrix Midwest down here in Southwest Missouri. Major League Baseball. The Major League Baseball season is coming right up. We'll have looks like a new pitcher will come in for the Trojans. I believe it's the first baseman in Dom Sierra, who will come in to pitch. It's going to be Logan. Looks like Dakota Cotton will be the new pitcher. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Trojans, number 14, Dakota Cotton. So it's Dakota Cotton, the new pitcher for the Trojans here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So these teams have about 20 minutes or so to wrap this game up, and then we will take a short break, about 30 minutes or so, and we'll get ready for the third and final game of the afternoon. These games are on a 2-hour time limit. So these teams have 2 hours to play up to 7 innings. Yes, run rules, the mercy rule is in effect, even though neither Crane Southwest nor Hartville have been able to pull off a run rule. Maddox Jones will be the man greeting Dakota Cotton on the mound. Number 14 versus number 14. The pitch to Jones to Coryell will be taken for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and hit out of play. That will go foul. Right into the parking lot. As you know, this field is within a close proximity to the parking lot. It's going to be as Coryell is hit by the pitch. Runners will be loaded, or bases will be loaded for Cole Sinning. The shortstop, Cole Sinning. Cole Sinning, the batter. He is going to look to clean off the bases. So if 6 more runs are scored, this game will be over. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strike one. Here's the pitch. Taken outside. Ball one. You don't want to hit anybody. You don't want to walk anybody. Pitch. It's taken outside now. 2-1 is the count. The next one. Swing and a miss, and that is strike two. The next one, swung on, and that's going to be rifled into right center field to left center field for a base hit. That plants a run, keeps the bases loaded, and it's now 5-0 in favor of Hartville. Pitcher, Gus Sinning. Sinning the pitcher now for the Eagles. Bases are still juiced here for the Eagles, and they are primed and loaded and ready to do some damage. Base hit to the fence can most certainly clear the bases, as that would make it a 9-0 Hartville lead, as we're already here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But we are facing that 2-hour time limit. The pitch floats in there on an off-speed pitch for a strike. Once again, 5-0 in favor of Hartville. The next one. Oh, it's going to hit him. That's going to plate another run. And that's going to make it now a 6-0 Hartville lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that will bring in Brock Jones to the plate. The catcher, Brock Jones. Nowhere to put Jones on the bases. The score is 6-0 in favor of the Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next pitch. Swung a little chopper right to the shortstop. That's going to plate a run, throw it to second for one, on to first. They don't get the lead. They get the lead runner. And now runners will be at the corners here for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-0 in favor of Hartville. Second baseman, Brock Holsey. Now it's Brock Holsey to the plate. And like I said, runner goes. They throw to third. I think mostly to hold the second base, the runner on third in check. But why throw to third when you can try and go after the runner that was scoring or that was stealing second? So they're trying to work on that scoreboard. Here is that as the run counter on the scoreboard for the home side has flashed on and off very rapidly. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be hit hard right past the third baseman for a base hit. One run's going to come in. Here comes another. That's going to make it now a 9-zip Hartville lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So one more run to score, and this game will be over here in the bottom of the 6th. First baseman Jacob Meglin. And now it's Jacob Meglin to the plate. Eagles leading it big, 9-zip. The pitch inside, and it's going to be ball 1. 1-0. My guess is the Eagles are starting to score all their runs so they can beat the time limit. As you know, we do have one more game on tap for you guys. It will be the Pirates against the Eagles. Pirates from Crane, Eagles from Hartville in the third and final game of the day. The pitch inside was taken for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks like the ball and strike counter is now working properly. The pitch is taken for a strike, and it is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off now, 2-2. Man on second, that is Hulsey, Broden Hulsey. And now that scoreboard, and now it's flashing again. Swing and a miss on a drop third strike. He slams the bat on the ground in frustration. And the side is retired. So with 4 runs that have come across the plate, we head to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Trojans, and they trail it big, 9-zip. Looks like that'll be the end of the game for the Eagles and the Trojans as the Eagles take this one by a score of 9-zip. Don't go away, we're going to have the next game, the final game of the day, coming up momentarily.